Sports and Politics with T. I'm your host, Tanya. Tonight we have made it back to Thursday, guys. Listen, I hope everybody's enjoyed their week so far. We have made it. It is July the 23rd. We're already getting to that end of the last of the third week. And guys, this is going to be the last show for season 2 with Sports and Politics with T. That's right. We are going to talk about a few things tonight, but first, I also wanted to again thank everybody again for the birthday shout outs on last weekend. Last Saturday, of course, was my birthday, and I've still been getting some tributes all this week as well. Everybody knows I'm on vacation this week, so I won't go back to work till this coming Monday. But again, thank you for the shout outs. Thank you for my cards. I got a few surprises actually in the mail, and I was very, 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 very thankful and excited to see all the people just shouting out. And again, thank you, and thank you. Also, tonight, we are going to talk about, again, Nolan Wells, some new upbreaking information that just came out. Come to find out that allegedly the captain of the ship may be going down. And we also got a person that's making threats about, hey, I know something that you don't know. So allegedly this person may spill the beans, and if so, this is not going to be good for a lot of people. And so we're going to dissect the Willie D live segment in just the next few minutes. And then the next segment, we're going to look at Tabitha Speaks, which is another channel that I watch. She's going to talk about the funeral of Nolan, which was, I think, Tuesday, and some things that she had observed. And we're going to dissect that as well at the end of this segment. Also, at the end of the show, we're going to talk about season 3 of Sports and Politics with T, which is going to begin in September. Of course, I will be giving you the timeline as far as when that next season is going to be starting. All of August, of course, we're going to be in hiatus because we're going to be revamping the show. We're going to add some new elements, some more exciting things of the show. And trust me, guys, this show is going to go off the chain come this coming September. But let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is the Willie D live segment. This is talking about, again, Nolan Wells. And a person has came forward saying that they know some information that, and this is an unidentified man who already has made a statement that you need to make this right or I'm going to leak everything. Alleged. So let's go ahead and dissect this. I'm going to let you know how I feel about this segment once it's over. And then we're going to dissect this video after it's complete.
T Live.
What's up, family? There's an old saying, money talk and BS walk. Right now, BS walking a marathon. Money is in the lead by far, man. Yeah. There's a $125,000 reward for information leading to the arrest or conviction of Nolan Wells' murderer. Yeah, fam. You got some information. They are willing to pad your pockets. Yeah, 125. You mean that's all it took? Just a reward? We might have a candidate, fam. This dude right here, he goes by the name of Brad. He says that, hey, man, y'all gonna either come forward and make it right or I leak everything. Yeah, fam.
I'm Joe, and I live here in Greensboro, North Carolina. I've lived here all of my life. I don't know another home. I voted for Donald Trump.
I ain't got no problem with that. Yeah, man. I ain't got no problem with that. Leak it. Leak it. I mean, bust it wide open. Call the plumber, man. Call the plumber. Y'all think he woofing? You never know. You never know. But he said, make it right. He said he got to make it right or he's going to leak everything. Okay. Somebody's going to come forward, especially if that reward money continues to increase. Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good idea, fam? If that reward money got all the way up there, somebody gonna crack. I mean, let that reward money get up there like it gets up there for these criminals who kill black people and get off. You know how they be giving that money out, you know, the uncivilized mutts will reward them for killing black people. Yeah. Even just calling black folks the N-word, you know, they lose their job or something. Next thing you know, they're $300,000, $500,000 richer, $1 million richer. But this right here is interesting. What if we could turn the tables and we pay for justice? And what if we did that every single time? What if we just got on code? If we just got on code and said, you know, from now on, every time this happens, we coming for them. And we're going to do whatever we got to do. We're going to put up a big reward every single time. Every single time we're going to put up rewards. We can do it. We got the money, man. We got the money for everything else. We got the money. We can do it if we wanted to. And the thing about it, fam, is that even if you're the most selfish person in the world, you may as well join the crowd, because at some point, it could happen to you. At some point, it could happen to somebody that you love. And wouldn't it be cool if everybody was benevolent already on code, just knowing, okay, it happened here, boom, it happened here, boom, it happened here, boom. That's just what we do, like they do. You dig what I'm saying? Dude said, make it right. He's talking to Nolan Wells' killers. Make it right, or I leak everything. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. This is him right here on TikTok. Brad's Final Thoughts. He talks a lot about death. You know, I don't know what he got in mind, but he talks a lot about death. I went down the rabbit hole on some of his videos and stuff, and yes, some of those videos are really disturbing. But yeah, he said directly to Nolan Wells' killers, make it right or I'll leak everything. And I tend to believe that he ain't really the type of dude that be bluffing like that. He seemed like he on the up and up. I could be wrong, but it just seems like he's on the up and up. Now, do y'all know who this is? That's Dr. Roger Mitchell. He is the pathologist, the forensic and anatomic pathologist who did the autopsy, the independent autopsy on Nolan Wells. Yeah. He's best known for serving as the chief medical examiner for Washington, D.C., and as president of the National Medical Association. So, dude ain't no chump. They knew what they were doing when they went after him. He is the best in the business. So if there is foul play, he is going to find it. He's going to find it. Right now, he's listed the death as undetermined until he gets Nolan's lungs and his throat from the coroner, the local coroner. Why would they send his body and keep the throat and the lungs, especially when they talk about a drowning victim, which is vital organs that must be checked. You absolutely would check the lungs. You absolutely would check, his throat. Why would they do that? Why would they purposely do that? I submit to you that there's a cover-up somewhere. Yeah, I said it, man. I'm not going to hesitate, man. I don't trust them. I don't trust the Mississippians, people in Mississippi, people in America, period. But Mississippi especially, they are the best at killing black folks and getting away with it. Killing black folks. And yeah, letting other people who are not black kill black folks and get away with it. They're the best in the game. I absolutely don't trust them. They got a system in place. This is why they never get caught up. Yeah. Roger Mitchell, the pathologist, he did his undergraduate at Cornell University. This dude got like glaring credentials. His medical school was SUNY Upstate Medical University. His residency and fellowship was George Washington University Hospital and New York City's Office of the Chief Medical Examiner. Yeah. Yeah, he has performed thousands of autopsies. He also briefly served as DC's interim deputy mayor for the Public Safety and Justice. Yeah. National Medical Association, serves as president of the NMA, the oldest and largest organization of black physicians in the United States. Let's see. Academic roles, tenured professor of pathology at Howard University and previously served as president of Howard University Hospital. Author and expert, co-authored the book Death in Custody. He is a nationally recognized expert on violence as a public health issue.
And see, this is the thing. He's very, 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 of course, smart. I wanted to kind of say something before we go a little further about, I kind of want to get back to the guy that we were just talking about, the one that could leak everything. Now, my question is how does he know all this information? Allegedly, right? What could he possibly know? That's going to be a deciding factor. He's also making threats, is what it sounds. It's either you make this right, allegedly, that's what he's saying, or I'm spilling everything. Now, that's a bold statement, right? And now we're talking about this guy here who did the autopsy. They're still trying to determine, was this, an accident? Was this a murder? They're still trying to, figure things out, put all the ducks in a row and come to the conclusion. Let me say this, though. Had this been a case where Nolan and let's say 4 black guys was on the boat, and let's say he had a friend that was white or another race, they would already know what the situation is. In fact, I'm going to go a little further. I feel like they would just go ahead and arrest everybody on the boat, without any evidence. It's just the fact that you were there, you're black, you have to be guilty by association, and so all of you are going down. That's typically what happens. But in this scenario, you see where they're dragging their feet. They can't determine what's what. And I think 1 or 2 friends are speaking out, but they're being very, very vague on things. They don't remember, and he decided to stay afar and this and that, but you had his cell phone and you knew he didn't have his phone. And it's always something else, right? What's not really making sense, though, is the fact that they haven't pressed charges on anybody yet. And I know they can't press charges until they get the full evidence, but you would think that the law enforcement would round up everybody that was there that day, everybody that was on the boat, everybody that was associated with Nolan, and take them downtown, right? I still haven't seen that yet. Now, yes, we have to wait for evidence. However, it's going on what? This was July the 4th. It's the 23rd. Okay? That's 19 days. We just had the funeral this past weekend. And that's another thing we're going to cover at the end of the show. But just to see how they drag this out, it's almost like it's like they want to get to the bottom of it, but I don't sense that urgency. And maybe it's just my opinion. I don't know. I just feel like if this was a white girl, we would have 24/7 news coverage. We wouldn't stop until we found her. I mean, it would, and there would be people already arrested. That's another thing. You know, here nobody's been arrested, nobody's been questioned, nobody has been. You knew the friends, you know who all. There's no interrogation. Nobody's being brought to an interrogation. Like, what is really going on? What's taking so long, right? That's my observation. But anyway, let's keep going, and then we're going to go move forward to the next video that's going to talk about the funeral of Nolan.
So this guy is the best of the best. He's the one who conducted the privately funded independent autopsy for the family of Nolan Wells. As you know, Nolan Wells, 18-year-old black boy who was found dead on Horn Island, went mysteriously missing after hanging out with his white buddies. All four of them. Everybody made it home but Nolan. It's just amazing how that continues to happen. It's amazing how often the black guy goes out and hangs with his white friends. And if somebody ever ends up dead, it's always the black guy. Y'all ever notice that?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I ain't picking on you white guys, you know what I'm saying? All the good white dudes, hey, I'm with you, man, I'm with you. But your people, man, your people, you got to check your people. Because there's something wrong with that. How is it that every time the black guy hangs out with all of his white friends, and if something tragic happens, it always happens to the black guy, especially murder? Can anybody answer that? I suspect that these boys got some type of ritual going on, and maybe they consider it a rite of passage to kill black people. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I do know the police is very, very good at circumventing justice when it comes to black folks. And I know they're very, very good at hiding and covering up murders of black people, especially in Mississippi.
And that's true too. Mississippi is well known for lynching, killing black people, you know, hangings, you know, especially back in the 60s in the South, Alabama too. And so he's right. And that's what I was just saying. You see how they're taking a very long time to at least round up the people that were there. We see the faces. We should be able to identify all these boys. What is taking so long? Why nobody has been brought downtown yet? Okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're guilty. I'm just saying you knew the friends that he was with. Why? What is taking so long?
Mississippi, especially. This dude right here, he's going to get to the bottom of it. He's going to find out exactly what happened to Nolan Wells. Oh, yeah. He's going to find out. Now, this guy, let's get to the money, man. Why you say make it right or I leak everything? They've already refused to make it right. So go ahead and leak everything and get your $125,000. I suspect that number is going to grow. But here's the thing. I know you might be sitting back waiting to see how high it grows, but you don't want to mess around and somebody beat you to the punch. Because you know, like I know and we know, more than one person was responsible or involved, at least involved to some degree, in Nolan's death. So you're not the only one sitting back thinking, should I speak on it? Should I go ahead on and collect the money too? Obviously, I don't think it's all about the money with this guy, because if it was, he would just went straight to the authorities and got that money. If indeed we are to believe what he's saying, that he knows and he has information. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment.
Yeah, that's true. You know, people, they say things all the time, and it doesn't mean that it's true, but, you know, like I said, that's a pretty bold statement to say that if you don't come out with this, I'm telling. So, I mean, and he needs needs to tell. But see, this is the thing too, guys. It takes money for people to tell instead of just doing the right thing. This man lost his life. Without the money, you should be telling the truth anyway. But the money is to help people go ahead and come forward. Okay? Because, it takes a lot of courage. And then you don't know if your life is going to be threatened after that, right? Because now you spilt the beans. So you could become, hopefully not, a target, right? So, but let's move forward. This is talking about Officer Tatum. And now he's a Republican conservative black guy that he was a policeman at one time. And he's a black guy, but he interviewed Nolan Wells' friends. And Officer Tatum, and I've seen his show a few times, he has a tendency to side with the white people every time. It doesn't matter if it's the other way around. If the shoe was on the other foot where it was all black guys, then he would say they were guilty. But as long as it's all white guys, he's always going to take the white guy's side. He's one of them. Okay, so and there's a lot of conservative black media that's like that, So let's look at Tabitha's speech. She's going to talk about the funeral and Officer Tatum, and then we'll dissect this after it's complete as well.
The time when Reverend Al and NAACP and leaders show up to say, hold on, we want answers. We want answers because we love our children just like you love your children. Our tears are just as painful as your tears. Our pain hurts just as much as your pain. So whatever you would do for your children, if they on that boat on Horn Island on July 4th, we want you to do it for Nolan Wells. Whatever investigation you would give for your children, we want you to do it for Nolan Wells. Whatever searches you would do on people's phones for your children, we want you to do that for Nolan Wells. Do it for Nolan Wells.
And then they say, we want answers. Well, why didn't y'all contact the boys that's allegedly that you claim was responsible for Nolan Wells' death? Why did you contact the boys?
Now, this is Officer Tatum. This is the man that he's conservative. Like I say, he typically takes the side of the white man every single time. Watch this.
Why did you talk to their parents? Why did you talk to their attorneys? I talked to all of them. And you didn't think to reach out to them one time to get their side because you dirty dogs don't want to hear the truth. You don't want justice for Nolan. You want to pimp his name out to make money off of this boy.
You see, I think differently. It is my opinion that Officer Tatum is the dirty dog in this situation.
Yeah.
It is my opinion that Officer Tatum is the one that is attempting to make money off of the name of Nolan Wells. It is also my opinion that Officer Tatum is doing to Nolan Wells' death what Candace Owens did to George Floyd's death. And the reason why Officer Tatum is talking about Nolan Wells' death is because Candace Owens has moved on to other things. She left the door wide open for him to jump on in to talk about these types of situations. If it was white on white, he would have nothing to say.
See what I'm saying? He's okay with it being white on white. And if, like I say, if the shoe was on the other foot, where it was all black guys, and let's say they had one white friend, then he would say that they were guilty. He would he would take the side of the white guy in that situation. So that's what I'm saying. He always does that song and dance every single time. It never fails. And my thing with Officer Tatum is this, and I'm sorry I had to dissect it a little bit early. He interviewed Nolan Wells' friends, right? But isn't it strange that he never interviewed Nolan Wells' parents? Why didn't you interview to get their side of the story? And why are you taking the side of Nolan Wells' friends as if to say that what they're saying is all truth? and not getting the other side. Why didn't you interview Nolan Wells' parents or his family? See, that's what I'm saying. He's going to, because that's his base. You got to understand that he only is going to bow down, and he's going to disregard the black race no matter what. We all see that. We see it from a mile away. That's his show. If you look at his show, which I don't look at it because I already know what he's about, but his show is fixated on that. If it's white on black, he's going to side with the white man every single time.
But if it's black on black, he would have everything to say.
Yep.
Reminder, Officer Tatum worked together with Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens over at Turning Point USA. And wasn't Officer Tatum a part of Candace's Blexit movement? Yeah, she taught him well. Officer Tatum, his whole motivation with this situation and whatever he's talking about when it comes to black versus white, Officer Tatum's whole goal is to invalidate black people, invalidate our experiences, invalidate our history, invalidate our struggles, invalidate black people, period. Hell, if he could invalidate black people's existence, he would do it. And that's what he gets paid for.
Yeah.
He gets paid to go against black people in the black community. That's how he makes his money. That's his bread and butter. So when I say, it is my opinion that he is using Nolan Wells' name to make money, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah, because if you look at some of the older cases like George Floyd, he was the main one that said, but he died because he had drugs in his system. It wasn't because he got choked to death on the ground or he got suffocated on the ground with the man with the knee on his neck. No, that had nothing to do with it. If he had drugs in his system, and maybe he did have drugs in his system, but he was alive and well before that man got on his neck for 10 seconds or 10 minutes. So that's what I'm saying. He's always going to side with the white man. We already see what song and dance he has. That's not even infuriating at this point because we know what his base is. And like Tabitha said, that's how he makes his money. He's going to tap dance. That's just how he is. He's been like that for years. So anyway, let's keep going.
Have you seen some of the videos floating around of him and his white wife on their podcast talking trash together about black people?
And he's black, by the way.
That's...
I don't want y'all to think he's not black. Yeah, he's black. And we can see that he's black, right? But black on the outside, but inside he wants to be white. So
that's Officer Tatum's whole shtick. Officer Tatum is a sad and pathetic individual, in my opinion. He's just ignorantly sad. He spreads lies. Yeah. He spread information. Over Tabitha, remember, he is MAGA, and he is a true representation of MAGA. Yeah. Anywho, before I go, I got one more thing to say, and I want to say this to black people. Leave Attorney Benjamin Crump alone. Quit talking about his vernacular. He sounds like a good old Southern boy to me. Y'all are talking about his vernacular. Y'all are dragging him, talking shit about him. And that man is one of the hardest working civil rights attorneys in this country. That man works hard to protect black people and our civil rights. Right now, he's working hard to make sure that a black grieving mother gets the answers to the death of her baby. What happened to her baby? Who's responsible for his death? And y'all talking shit about this man. Leave that man alone. Okay? Okay. As I head out, I just want to say rest in peace to Nolan Wells.
All right, so Tabitha's speech, you hear what she says about this whole thing. we've got to get to the bottom of this, guys. I mean, it's hopefully we can get more and more clues. And now we got another, like that guy that was just speaking on Willie D's video just a second ago. He must got some information. He's making threats. Hey, y'all need to make this right, or I'm coming out with the information. So we'll see. We will see. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to touch bases on this. And also, let's talk about season 3 for a minute, because this is the last show for season 2. August will be in hiatus for 4 weeks, so we're going to be revamping the show. We're going to be adding some new fun things on the show as well. And I think what we're going to do, I'm not going to tell everything because I want a lot of the stuff to going to be a surprise, of course. But I think you're going to like the format. You're going to like the question and answer section. I may have a call-in line where people can call in and talk to me directly and ask your question. I may even do some one-on-one interviews in person because I do have a area now where I can actually film and talk to people face-to-face. So this is going to be even better than just what you're seeing right now. Of course, we're going to still keep this format, but we're going to add more to the segment as well to get more input from our viewers and to all of our subscribers. And again, thank you to all the subscribers who have joined my channel this year. We are, creeping along, and we're going to keep plugging away week by week. We're going to give you those videos. We also are going to start doing fun and entertainment with Tia as well, because we put that on the back burner for just a second because we wanted to make sure that we don't do too much too soon. So I think that now that we understand the format and the direction that we're trying to go, we're going to definitely add that in on Wednesday nights. And that's when we're going to talk about the fun and entertainment, the relationship sector, the love sector, the dating sector. All that is going to be on Wednesday nights instead of Saturdays, because I think I'm a lot more focused during the week. I'm not going to lie. I can tape on Saturdays, but because that's my day off, typically I'm doing errands and I'm doing a lot of running around. So I like to film during the week while my mind is more clear during the week. So Wednesdays, you're going to see fun and entertainment with T. And like I said, on Monday and Thursday, we're still going to keep that at 8 p.m. For season 3. But we're going to have a call-in line. We're going to have people calling into the show. You may see me do some one-on-one interview with people face-to-face. And you're also going to see some just some other things that I'm not going to tell everything, but I'm going to just let you know that it's going to be a variety of stuff. So if there's some things y'all want to see, and I keep telling y'all, if there's some topics y'all want to talk about, please hit me up in the comments. I will be glad to take a look to see if that's something that we can cover. Okay, so, but anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show for tonight. I will be back in September. Okay, now, I think what we're going to do, let's see, for September, we have decided that we're going to start on the 7th. Okay, that's that first Monday in September. So that's right after the Labor Day weekend, or that will be Labor Day, excuse me. So we're gonna, we're gonna go ahead and do that show, and then we're going to, start fresh, season 3, roll out the new segment. You're gonna like the format, the music, everything. It's gonna be off the chain. And also with the sports, we are still doing that as well. I am doing my scores and everything on shorts now, so I'm getting a lot of views on that as well. So I will be doing, the football, basketball, football coming up in September because the NFL will be started back. And I just got through doing the tennis, and I am doing the World Cup right now, which is soccer. So we're covering that as we speak. So, keep looking at those shorts. I'm going to be, bringing those highlights and the scores and all that good stuff as well. So all my sports fans out there, we're going to try to get that going. And we may start filming some games again. So we'll see. But I think for right now, this is what's working for the best of the show. So, but But anyway, again, September the 7th, that's when we're going to start back. 8 p.m. fresh, season 3. Can y'all believe this has been season? Well, I already had 2 seasons already. And I'm enjoying myself. I am. I love doing my show every week. I love the controversy. I love the topics. I love the people chiming in. I like the up and down roller coaster. I like it all. You know, I love my topics. So, but yes, guys. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go for tonight. And if you enjoy the content, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you can, please hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any episodes every time I come on to YouTube. I will be back again on September the 7th. Okay, we're taking all of August off for the revamping of the show. And again, I hope everybody enjoys the rest of your night. And I will see everybody back, because Sports and Politics is not going anywhere. But yes, September the 7th, 8 p.m., meet me back with the fresh lineup of the new season 3 with Sports and Politics with T. Again, I hope everybody have a great night, and I will talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.